This program is brought to you by the Rollins School of Public Health of Emory University.
My name is Saad Omar. I'm a faculty member at Emory University School of Public Health. In this country, we have been able to maintain a very high level of coverage, at least for childhood immunization, and there are efforts to increase coverage for adult vaccines as well. However, vaccines have been a victim of their success because as you increase vaccine coverage, the rates of vaccine-preventable diseases go down, and successive cohorts of parents, as they come of age and start having babies and start getting to a point where they have to make vaccine-related decisions, hear about real and often perceived adverse events associated with vaccines. On the other hand, the vaccine-preventable disease incidence goes down primarily because of vaccines. And as these successive cohorts of parents come of age, they start refusing vaccines because of this changing calculus of perceptions of risk versus benefits associated with vaccines. So as public health professionals, we need to sustain efforts to maintain confidence in our vaccines. This can happen through a robust communication strategy, but also a strategy that continues to generate evidence regarding safety of vaccines. We in our work found that clusters of refusals are associated with clusters of pertussis. Our work was used pertussis or whooping cough as a model disease, and there is similar evidence for other disease outbreaks. So that's a powerful tool that we should use as public health professionals to push for vaccination in communities. So how do you deal with vaccine refusal and hesitancy? Well, the first thing is that there's evidence that parents prefer oral information. And so if you have channels of communications where they're being given information orally, that's not the exclusive medium, but that's a preferred medium by parents. They don't like being lectured to, so all interventions associated with increasing vaccine acceptance should focus on a rational discourse rather than a one-way talking to kind of an attitude. At the policy level, one of the most effective interventions are school-level mandates. And these mandates have been very effective in decreasing and keeping low rates of vaccine-preventable diseases in this country. And there is substantial evidence generated by our group and several other groups that supports that. And these mandates have certain exemptions whereby parents can seek exemptions from getting their children vaccinated due to medical reasons, religious reasons, and personal belief reasons. Or personal belief reasons are often called philosophical exemptions. What we found in some of our work is that states that allow philosophical exemptions had higher rates of exemptions, but not only that, they had higher rates of vaccine-preventable diseases, namely in our model disease, pertussis. And the rates of pertussis were 50% higher in states that had philosophical exemptions compared to states that had religious-only exemption. We should support efforts by different organizations at the state level to provide evidence to legislatures and other interest groups for the effectiveness of immunizations and more specifically for vaccine mandates. Thank you.
The preceding program is copyrighted by the Rollins School of Public Health of Emory University.